Greetings from Bethany Land Institute. My name is Sylvester Kule, Programs Director.
My name is Kavuma Derek, BLI staff.
I'm Josephine Navakoza from Bethany Land Institute, and I'm the agroforestry officer. I take the message from BLI to the communities.
My name is Winnie Namugunya, a qualified herbalist.
My name is Ukenya Ivan, Dean of Trainees.
I go by names of Frank Amatovu from Bethany Land Institute.
Jimmy. I'm a staff at Bethany Land Institute.
I'm standing here to extend to you our excitement about the revelation of the agroforestry and food systems project, which has been offered to us through the sponsorship of Fight for Sight Foundation, for which we are very grateful. Because based on our Laudato Si message, where Pope Francis tells us to participate in ecosystem restoration, we have realized agroforestry and food systems the only simplest way that can participate fully in ecosystem restoration.
We are so lucky to have this system called Regenerative Agro-forestry and Food System.
Regenerative agroforestry is all about mimicking natural forests, because a natural forest is a complete functional ecosystem. When we look at the natural forests, they used to survive due to being over-densified. We know plants likes living together. The reason is you can find one crop or one plant is maybe a medicine or a supplement in nitrogen fixation into the soil. That's why plants usually likes living together. So if you look at our system here, our agroforestry demonstration, we planted a variety of crops. And the reason is we are trying to mimic natural forests. A lot of plants of different kinds are intercropped together, whereby when you talk of nutrient cycling, different crops or plants helps in recycling of nutrients.
I'm here to inform you, ladies and gentlemen, that nature has it all. First of all, nature has medicine, nature has food. So, nature has everything we people we need, so long as we don't tackle their health conditions.
All the school, all the trainees and the staff, they have been engaged from the beginning when we are establishing this demo, and we have really proved that really this system can help to solve very many problems that our people have been facing in the communities. As the school, we are here to witness and to recommend that our trainees should really take this system in the communities so that farmers can adopt it and they start practicing it, because we have proved it can help us really to solve a lot of problems, most of financial problems.
So our students, they had the fear of what we call them caretakers, that they fear about the pests and diseases. When they go back home, that they don't have money to buy the pesticide to use in their gardens. But after this project come, agroforestry and food system, so the students are so happy to know that the system can learn off by itself, or it is self-contained. But it can treat the disease and it also can control the pests. In that, the system, by planting many different plants, there is a lot of different types of plants, like the parent crops, like Mexican or American gold, tobacco, onions, which are doing as a parent crops. So when I talk with the student, nowadays they don't have any fear. They are so happy that when they go back home, they will do also they practice this system, because it is a self-contained
there is a category of plants. There are those which are nitrogen fixers, those which are herbal farmers like moringa and other herbal medicines. There are those which are legumes. So if you combine them together, you can find crops growing in glory and joy. So regenerative agroforestry is all about densifying the garden with a variety of crops.
In this system, we do have some medicinal plants like marigold. That plant, first of all, it is medicinal because it is anti-inflammatory. And remember, everything which is medicinal to human is also medicinal to plants and to the soil. But that plant does not do medicinal purposes only, but it does other purposes. For example, it has a nice flower. That flower attracts creatures. So those creatures, first of all, they do pollinate our crops. Secondly, those creatures, they feed on the pests which attack our crops again. So there are two purposes. First of all, they pollinate the insects which is attracted by that plant, feeds on the pests which helps in balancing the environment. Secondly, they do pollinate. Also, the smell which is produced by that plant repels the insects, the pests, whereby where that plant is, pests cannot come nearer.
This system, we have looked at it and we have found out that really when it comes to pest control, the system is self-reliant. These crops, there's a way they interact that helps reduce the population of the pests within the crops that you have planted. So at the side of fertilizers, as we have seen, we have leguminous plants, we have grasses, we have trees. Some of them, they are even nitrogenous in nature. So the system, we have found that really it is a self-regulating system. So we are encouraging trainees from different communities, from different parts of the country to come at Bethany Land Institute, and they practice it and they adopt it and they take it back to the communities so that our communities can flourish as our vision and motto stands.
When it comes to soil health, we are looking at the fertility of the soil, and the soil being fertile, it has some components that must appear within our soils. Some of the components are looking at the organic matters, microorganism, air, water, to mention but a few. The only way how we can maintain this soil of health is to adopt the system of agroforestry. The system of agroforestry calls upon the integration, the intercropping, the crop rotation, the soil cover, and this actually comes to the health of the soil at the end. And when the soil is healthy, you expect to get a healthy plant. Also, the consumers, we expect you to be very healthy when you have taken the healthy food. I was a victim of making some huge volumes of fertilizers, natural pesticides, but when we came up with this system of agroforestry, I found myself it was a burden to me, because in this system I no longer apply manure, liquid fertilizers, the pesticides within this system. This system is self-reliance. It doesn't need any support for the agronomies. They are naturally being done by the ecosystem.
We are also very happy because this underscores the theme of this project, planting the future for Africa.
So we do encourage readers to come, the local readers, the civic readers to come and participate and really host this system, because it is the hope for this generation, it is the hope for Uganda, it is the hope for Africa, it is the hope for the whole world. Bethany Land Institute is looking forward to have very many people at site to be engaged in this system.
What nature has done, you can just see it. There is a variety of food. Look at the vegetables, the maize, the horse bean, which makes the soils fertile, and at the same time it is food for the animals. I have a variety of things here to take to the field, to my community people, and the yields are very good. So I'm really happy that we have something to take to the community, and the community is going to be very happy. So there's no more putting synthetic fertilizers in the soils, because we already have it all, and we already have the variety of foods and good yields. This I will say it in our local language. When you're eating, you don't speak. Bw'oba toyogera, because something is in your mouth. When you're eating, you don't speak. Food is already in our mouth, so we don't have a lot of words to say. We are taking it.
Dear listeners, we are taken beyond words, but our understanding of regenerative agroforestry underscores the question of the carbon cycle, the nutrient cycle, the biodiversity, and water cycle. And this is the reason why the health conditions of our plants remains very promising. I want to thank, finally, our development partners and consultants, Fight for Sight Foundation, the consultants of Roland Rutig and Lakia Mukasa, and the administration of Bethany Land Institute for having accepted to go into this important cooperation that is responding to the question of how to rescue Mother Earth.
Thank you, Fight for Sight, for this project, for Uganda, for Africa, for Bethany Land Institute.
Have Mother Earth make everyone.